That's fun. We're
I'll share it out. Are you live?
Yeah, we are now live. We have Jason Cox in studio. We're doing a Mayhem preview. We are just under 2 weeks away, May 13th at the Richland County Fairgrounds. He is in charge of the Twisted Metal Demolition Derby. Jason, thanks for taking some time this evening. I know you guys, we were having a meeting tonight, and Jason's like, you're going on live.
Yep, just that quick.
Sounds like Jason there for us. So just kind of give us maybe a little bit of rundown of the Demolition Derby coming up for Motorsports Mayhem, maybe some inside information if people are still interested in getting a car for the Demolition Derby.
Yeah, we got a full-size weld class that we usually run every year, a stock class, full-size stock class. And then this year we changed it up. We usually have a compact class, which is a certain wheelbase. And then mid-size class was a little bit bigger wheelbase. This year we did a mod mini car and a stock mini car. They'll let the guys build their cars a little bit more. They like to build them, and the guys that just want to throw chains in them and come down and have fun, they can also come down and play and have a chance to win. And then we actually have minivans this year, an entire class just minivans. And then we have we call them 5-foot trucks. We inspect them from 5 foot away. If they look like a truck, we let them run. And they're pretty intense. They're heavily built. A lot of iron in them. But yeah, it's gotten big. It's gotten huge.
Yeah, I know this. How many cars was in it last year, and what are you expecting this year? Or cars, trucks?
Cars, trucks. I think total we had 112, 113. We started out the very first year we did this. I think we had 24. I work real close with Derby Icons, Tori Schutte. I just got back from Spring Explosion, actually, in Champaign, Illinois, and we get a lot of cars that are left from there, you know, whether guys have bad luck or, you know, things didn't go their way, or maybe they didn't pass tech and they wouldn't mind cutting to come down and run at our show. So it sounds good. I mean, I talked to a lot of guys this weekend, and I've already had a bunch of messages today just on the ride home from Champaign, you know, asking what they have to do to get them ready, and so it's gonna be good.
Yeah. We give a little bit of an insight of like the registration process that day, because I know that's a full day worth of from the morning. And when are you expecting cars to start rolling up, and when should they be there for registration and tech?
We open it up at 8 o'clock. They can come anytime after 8. If they want to get there before, that's fine. We're open up till 8. We would like to have everybody in tech, in the tech line by 12:30 if possible, so we can get everybody through. Registration's day of, they get teched, and then if they pass, if we feel their car is legal to run, then they're allowed to go up and register, because then that saves. If somebody doesn't pass, then you don't have to worry about giving their money back.
Sure.
And it's a lot easier for us and the drivers. So yeah, you can register the day of. We're not going to turn anybody away, you know, that has a legal vehicle. So we also have the Power Wheels for the kids. That's a big hit. Kids just love it, you know.
Was that the first year last year that you did that, or did you do that before?
Yeah, we did it a couple years.
Okay.
And it's been a big hit. It's pretty well exploded all over. You know, there's a lot of derbies that do it now, and the kids just love it. And they're actually, we may bring maybe next year. They're doing a thing now with RC Demolition Derby, and guys are getting pretty big into that, and the bigger shows are running those, and that's blowing up too. So.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I think in March or February, I think it was March, they had Chris over here sitting. He actually shared a link. They were doing a demolition derby at Freedom Hall,
yep.
And so that was a huge event. They were live streaming that, so
yep.
it's just showing the popularity of and the growth even on a national level for demolition derby.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And we, the internet, you know, that has become our TV now, our shine, because we haven't had that like any other sport, and it's huge. I mean, people don't realize how big it is. You know, I mean, you just think of county fairs and a couple guys smashing some windows out, but there's tens of thousands of dollars in cars just to get wrecked, you know?
Yeah, I think, especially on the national level, what the amount of hours that go into a demo car now, and even the purses are starting to rise significantly from where they were maybe even 5 or 10 years ago.
Absolutely,
just maybe give a rundown of maybe like the cost of entry for if anyone's out there still interested in when they can show up and that type of information.
Cost entry for all classes is $60, but you pay the $10 at the gate to get in, so we take that $10 off your entry fee at the table. So it'll be $60 across the board. So it's only $50 at the table. That's all classes. So last year we charged the trucks a little bit more because you don't get as many as the other cars, so you're just trying to make pay. But this year we're running across the board, and I think we'll get enough to cover it. So for sure.
So we're again talking with Jason Cox here. We're about 2 weeks away from Motorsports Mayhem at the Richland County Fairgrounds here in Richland Center. We're live from the Beer Money Pulling Team headquarters. We're actually there just about to start or have started meeting probably without us, I guess. We got the boot apparently, and so we're again here with Jason Cox. We're going over the Twisted Metal Demolition Derby. That is slated to start around 2 o'clock, correct?
Yes, I'd like to start it at 2 if possible, but
in all of the process of how many cars show up.
Usually it's about a half an hour later, but everybody waits. They're patient. They want to see a good time. So
hopefully this year though you guys will have a little bit more extra room because we're not running the garden tractors this year, so that's going to help out significantly with room.
A lot. Yeah, we're going to have a lot more room for cars. We're actually we're going to talk about it tonight, but we're actually going to run the cars down the one of the pulling tracks, the farthest track towards the grandstands, and bring them in the back entrance. So when the derby's over, we can push them out the other entrance and keep it going. So there's no clutter at one end of the track. So it'll be good. I think it'll work out well.
Jason, you want to say anything?
No, bringing in Greg Vitesnik next.
Okay.
So just the rotator.
Okay, so
I love you. You do an awesome job.
Whenever they want to come in, I guess.
Okay, I'll send in.
So okay.
Hey, Greg.
So we're going to have Greg Vitesnik come in. He is one of our title with Vitesnik Power Sports, one of our main title sponsors, and helps with the ATV, four-wheeler, and grass drags, and so he'll be going over that. Just an impromptu night. Jason Schultz throwing everything at us.
Here's one of our sponsors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we can rotate this way around. Maybe.
Okay.
Try to.
Thanks.
This very impromptu. So we got Greg Vitesnik now joining us. Greg and, of course, Vitesnik Power Sports, one of the title sponsors, and we thank you guys for your continued support with the 4 seasons of fun, and maybe just give a brief, synopsis of what you guys do for the local area, and for those that maybe don't know with Vitesnik Power Sports.
Well, we've been a power sports dealer since 1974, second generation. We have Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Suzuki, BRP products, Polaris products, and then we've also are in the marine business. We had full tracker boat line. So, this event is a little bit of about everything that we sell or have sold, and it's just unbelievable to see this many people come out for the weekend and take part in this event. It's great to see.
Yeah, you probably definitely see a lot of customers, especially over on the ATV and snowmobile drag racing side, and that go through your shop, maybe either purchased or maybe repair and stuff like that. So it's great to see those guys out enjoying their equipment on a day like Motorsports Mayhem.
That is for sure, and of course we're there vending. So I always make a point to ask, if or where they're from, and there's people from Minnesota, there's people from Iowa, there's people from Illinois, there's people from all the surrounding states, and then on top of that, it's of course the local communities, and it's just been a building event. It's been every year it seems like it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and like I said, it's great to see.
Yeah, and of course, you guys have always either donated some type of item that went to like maybe a kid or something. Are you guys doing that for Motorsports Mayhem, or are you doing that for the fall?
Well, it varies.
Or does it vary?
This year, of course, we're there's advertising, there's sponsorship money. We loan several side by sides.
I know you've done like an ATV in the past.
Yep.
For events.
Generators.
So, yep.
Yep.
So I mean, very appreciative of that. And is it just the website where they can find out more information? Is that just Vitezniks.com, or do you know the
Correct.
Just Vitezniks.com, and
Yep.
they can go there. Again, a wide variety of different, from winter to summer and of course fall. Pretty much got you covered at Viteznik Power Sports. And anything else you'd like to add? With Motorsports Mayhem, and of course, what do you guys got coming up for like the spring and summer seasons? Maybe at Vitezniks.
We just finished up our spring open house last Saturday. We'll be coming into our Customer Appreciation Days, which is which is on the same weekend as Churn and Dirt, and then of course we do a fall open house. And this year we also have finished up our early season boat show. We just added on 10,000 square feet, which houses our marine line and our used bikes. So if you're in the area, stop down, take a peek. There's something for everybody, like I said. Yeah,
and during like the Customer Appreciation Days, you guys do like the big Honda Gold Wing event. Are you guys still doing that during that event as well? So you definitely have a wide range of customers, from with the ATVs to the motorcycles, to the marine, and just a little bit of everything for everyone.
You bet.
So Greg Viteznik here with Viteznik Power Sports, one of our title sponsors for Motorsports Mayhem. Jason's just kind of running through, so I guess if you want to grab whoever he wants next, or if you have anything else you'd like to add to the event, or
just set everything aside and come on out and participate at the event.
What vendor space where will you guys be located?
We're going to be in the A.V. Miller building this year.
So you guys will pretty much cover that whole building.
Yeah. Okay. I think we'll be in one side of it, and then of course we intend to bring some products, some boats, and some side-by-sides and ATVs and so on and so forth.
So that'll work out really. The vendor space has just exploded too for this event, so looking forward to that, and with the crafts fair. And so the A.V. Miller building, you can check out Viteznik Power Sports. I'm sure they'll have all their banners and stuff out, so you won't be able to miss it. And just go, if you see Greg, make sure to say hi, and of course, big thank you for, again, another title sponsor for the 4 Seasons of Fun.
You're welcome, and look forward to seeing you guys all there.
Yes, thanks. Right. So we'll see what Jason pulls up next. You can probably go up that way, and we'll see what Jason has in line next. So, so we're doing a Motorsports Mayhem preview. We're 2 weeks. Yeah, so you can just pull the door. Yeah, there you go. Jason did the designing, so you know it's a little. So Motorsports Mayhem, that was Greg Viteznik, title sponsor with Viteznik Power Sports. We'll see who Jason has next. It's kind of actually meeting night for the Motorsports Mayhem team as we get set. We're 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks away of getting underway, kicking off the 4 Seasons of Fun as our first event of the season. Of course, Churn and Dirt coming up in July, and then we have Hybrid Redneck Rally coming up in October. Okay, we are back with the Motorsports Mayhem preview show. We're, again, just under 2 weeks away from rocking out the Richland County Fairgrounds on a full day of entertainment. If you want to let everyone know who you are, and this will be talking about the ATV, four-wheelers, and snowmobile grass drags going across the street, and a lot of big excitement for that. I know that's been very popular over the years with Motorsports Mayhem.
Yeah, my name is Jim Anderson, and for those of you that have done this, you recognize me as a starting line guy. But we run snowmobile races in particular, which is 500 feet races on the grass, vintage classes, mod classes, stock classes, improved classes. We've had upwards from 200 to 300 snowmobiles at one event racing. it's been pretty successful. Same with the four-wheelers. They've had hundreds of four-wheelers show up. And Nate does the burnout contest. They'd have some pretty impressive machinery there, burning the back tires off of whatever they create, whatever they bring and race. And so it's a lot of fun. For the price of everything, $10, kids are free and can't beat it. I think this is our 10th year now doing it, so we've got it down pat pretty good.
I was going to say, you guys pretty much use the whole lot across the way now with the
Yeah.
addition of the swap meet. I think that will even help, getting more people over there. I know it's been very successful people-wise, too, throughout the whole day as they kind of work their way around the fairgrounds.
Yeah, we've had head counts anywhere from 8,000 to 10,000 people without counting the kids, which under 12 are free.
Yeah.
A lot of things for them to do too, bounce houses, all kinds of different things. So if you have children, that's not an issue either. But yeah, it's been pretty successful. Had a lot of fun with it and met a lot of people, different states. They come from a long ways to race and camping at the grounds if you need to camp. So I don't know if Nate wants to add anything.
Well, we better tell them what time it is.
Yep, I was going to just ask if people are interested in bringing their four-wheeler ATV or
If you're
snowmobile.
gonna race, you're welcome to come even the Friday night before if you're coming from a distance, and we have camping spots available specifically for racers that are trackside. So if you have a hauler and whatnot, summer power, you'll need to call the fairgrounds in Richland County to reserve a power site for yourself if you're going to do that. And I forget what the fee is. It's not much, $10 or $15, but
Yeah,
and
it's very low cost. So.
I think sign-in for us is from 8 a.m. till I believe 10 or 10:30.
And you guys get underway at 11,
We're
right?
shoot-
Or
we shoot
around
for
11,
it.
yeah.
That ain't wrote in
Yeah.
stone.
No,
you know how
it's a
it
good
goes.
approximation where
Yeah.
you'd like to be at.
Yeah.
And usually the dirt bikes and four-wheelers will follow shortly after on the track right next
About
to the
noonish or
snowmobiles.
so they start up, and I'm
Do-
not sure what time Nate's event.
The burnout contest will start around 6.
Yep.
And that, like any general person from the public can bring their motorcycle out, and it's usually about $10 to get in it. We got a big board and a wheel chalk out there. We set a block up too, so you can pull up against it, so you're not gonna go nowhere, and you basically just do a burnout till your tire pops, or you decide you did enough.
Yeah.
One of the two. But
Are you going to be setting that up in front of the Jessica Doll building again, or are you going to be closer?
It'll probably
Okay.
be right on the track in front of the Dole building, and there's quite a variety of prizes that get handed out.
Yeah.
There's a little money, and then S&S has always been a good sponsor with an air cleaner kit and some mechanics jackets and oil change kits, and every once in a while we get some free tires put in too, so it's a good time.
Yes, and I know that's been a growing part of Motorsports Mayhem is the
Very
burnout
much, very much.
contest, and just another addition to what you get for $10. Like you were talking about. I mean, you get to see a little bit of everything.
We've
So
had everything from mopeds to
Mopeds
brand new
to
Harleys.
S&S Harleys, and with Nate's particular event, they judge the winner on the crowd response.
Yep.
So it's kind of unique in
Yeah.
that way.
Exactly.
get the crowd engaged. So.
And with the snowmobile racing, for any racers out there, like I say, it's a 500-foot track, but that's 100% payback on your entry fee. And we also get extra prizes and money, so
And
you
you-
won't get rich, but
No.
you'll get maybe your
It's a
gas
fun,
money
yeah. It's a
back,
fun afternoon because I know you get a lot of kid range. You got from
Yeah.
the young kids all the way up to adults. So it really is a nice family afternoon.
I think last year we had 16 kitty cats, the little tiny kid sleds, and they all raced at once down the track, which was a sight to see all
Yeah.
side by side.
Yeah.
But so yeah, there's a lot of younger, family-friendly things going on. Definitely. It's been a good event, I think.
Yeah, and you guys, it almost seems like it's almost going with the racing pretty much almost all day. So you so you can kind of circle the fairgrounds and come back, and you guys are still going on.
We've been doing it for quite a few years, and every year we say we're going to wander across the road to like the mud bog event
Sure.
or something, and it's usually
By the time you
said
guys
and
get
done and over by the time we get done, so we miss out on a lot of the other events.
But the spectators,
yes.
they definitely, if you're willing to walk a little bit, you can pick and choose your
Yep.
event.
You can kind of work at one event and go to the next
you're gonna
event.
get tired
And,
before you use your whole $10.
yeah.
Yeah, and in the end, also, you know, for any racer that would become an or spectator, everything you spend goes to a non-profitable charity.
Yep.
So you can't beat that.
No.
You know, and I mean, makes it even more worthwhile. And also for any sled racers that are out there, it's the Mid-State Grass Drag Circuit is the snowmobile
Sure.
circuit
Yep.
we're at.
Where you got most of the rules can be found there
Yeah,
for, and
yeah.
you can see their classes.
Or the Mayhem website
Yep.
has them too.
Yeah.
So they got everything covered there. And we work with anybody. We've never turned anyone away from racing ever. So if you bring it, we'll find a spot for you to race it. You know, it's old school hayfield racing,
Yep.
literally.
Yeah, you're going to pretty much going to have a class or some type of level for anyone,
Yeah.
depending on how
Yeah.
stock or how modified your vehicle
And
is.
if we don't, we'll find one for
Yep.
you, literally. We'll make one for you or find guys that are willing to lump in with you. And, you know, we love the racing and everything like that, but in the end, the spectators coming is what really, you know, keeps the thing rolling and keeps us coming back every
Yep.
year.
Yeah.
If you don't sell a ticket.
No,
you
yeah.
know.
And they truly do get to see a wide variety of different vehicles
Yeah.
too that come, because you really don't even know what's going to show up until the day of
No,
too. So
yeah.
We don't have
Absolutely
any
not.
idea.
No, sometimes myself I cringe. It's like, oh boy, somebody actually built that thing and is going to drive it, but, you know, my hat's off to a lot of the racers.
So let's just recap. So if you're interested in bringing an ATV, a snowmobile, a motorcycle for the racing,
Dirt
bikes.
four-wheelers. We actually have a class too, an open class where I myself go over there and we have street bikes that we put dirt tires on, and some of us run nitrous, some of us don't. There's guys traveling clear from Seymour and Illinois
Yep.
and Minnesota, and it's totally different from all the rest of it.
Yes. So registration around 8 o'clock or so, and then like
Yeah.
you mentioned, if you are planning coming from a little whiles away, you can come down Friday night and
Definitely.
camp over, so you don't have such a long drive in the
Yeah,
morning if that's what you're
definitely.
planning on. And of course, hopefully by the time registration is all done, they'll be around 11 o'clock is what's expected, and all the racing. And then of course the burnout will be in front of the Jessica Dahl building around 6 o'clock, getting going with that. And so if you want to participate in that, all the information can be found at hybridredneck.com if you have any questions. And of course, any of the rules for the racing, mid-state grass drags, or of course Hybrid Redneck Rally. Hybridredneck.com has all the information for that. Anything else you guys would like to add before we shoot you off and we'll see what Jason
No,
has
come
up his
on
sleeve
out
next?
and
Yes.
have a good
Bring your
time.
$10 and
Yes.
show up.
You know?
No, that's definitely a guarantee. It's a good time, and
Yeah.
for $10, you're pretty much getting 3 or 4 or 5 different shows for $10.
Yeah,
It could be $10 on their own. So
Or more.
or more. That's for sure. So again, Jim Anderson and
Nathan
Nate
McBain.
McBain joining us. They were with the grass drags and the burnout contest, and we'll keep the show rolling here, and we'll see what Jason has coming up next. Okay, joining us now, we got Jamie Lars with going to talk about the truck and tractor poll that'll be going on starting at 11 o'clock. Jamie, thanks for taking some time, and just maybe give a little information for those that would be interested in bringing down their vehicle. I know Jason was just getting the class lineup all straightened up tonight, and I think he has like 11 or 12 classes to run down, so it'll be a busy day on the polling track.
Yeah, it will be. I guess you kind of left me in charge of the trucks a little bit here, and on the biggest thing we're going to have a 2.5/2.6, which class, and we'll have a 3-inch class. On the 2.5, 2.6 class, to kind of clarify that a little bit, PPL went ahead and started another class this year. They're calling it a 2.6 smoothbore class. So our local organizations around here, including Southwest Pullers, and I'm not sure on a couple of the other ones, but as far as I know, they all accepted to allow the 2.6 smoothbore turbo. So we're also so that class will be a 2.5 Mach Groove run with a 2.6 smoothbore, which I do believe the Southwest Pullers is going to allow both those turbos also. So it'd be a good chance for those guys to bring their trucks down with those new turbos and see how they run. And then the 3-inch side of things, the rules really haven't changed in the last couple of years now. They kind of settled in on that, which is nice.
Yeah.
Instead of changing it every year, so it'll be our 3-inch smoothbore, Badger State, which is PPL rules. What we're going to do with that, though, is I know Southwest Pullers has got a little kind of twerk to the 3-inch smoothbore. So basically, you guys are going to run, we'll all run together in the same class. You run whatever rules you want to run, because it's more of a test and tune than it really is of a pull. So I think those guys are running like a 7,700-pound class with a drop box reverser and a 3-inch turbo, where Badger State, with also PPL, they're running the 3-inch, 26-inch drawbar with the 8,000 pound. So you all run together. I mean, if you could run whatever set of rules you want to run that day, but that's kind of the realm there. Like I said, this is more of a test and tune, and we're going to have a pull, but it's more of a test and tune. There won't be anybody at scales. There won't be anybody checking. I mean, you guys know what you need to be, and it's more of for the guys to come down and learn to see what they got.
Yeah, and when you go to the website, and if you don't see a class, then after the pull, or the brush pull essentially, then there'll be a more test and tune, so they'll be doing single runs as well. So I know we have some of the light supers coming down later in the afternoon to get some test hooks before their season starts in the end of May. So like you were talking about, it's going to be more of kind of dusting it off, and hopefully see what you got and the changes you made over the winter time, and then you can make improvements before your actual point season starts.
Yeah, and I do believe I think it'll be Brad's first run on his new sleds that he's put together too. So it'll be a
test and tune for everyone.
It'll be a test and tune essentially for him too, which will be nice. We'll get to hook on his new sled and see how that works for us, and I know we'll be hooking on that throughout the summer in a lot of places in the area that he's booked with, so that'll be interesting. And the light limited, we actually have a class for those light limited guys too, so they'll be able to run in a class, and then they'll be able to come back in on the test and tune. I do believe it's a $10 charge to test and tune after the pull, and then the second hook
was 20, I believe.
20,
what Jason just got that all straightened up, and that all this will be on the website too later. Probably even more tonight, and he'll get that all updated. So these are the classes that will be running: 6,500 Outlaw, which is kind of pretty much anything goes at 6,500 pounds. Open stock trucks, super stock trucks, street Outlaw diesel. That's more because then you have the 2.5 work stock diesel, so that's for if you have the 2.5 Charger, but the Outlaw diesel is a little bit of mixture of street trucks that don't fit the 2.5 rules.
Yeah, the street Outlaw class, I don't know a lot about it. I know that's more on the east side of the state.
The Midwest truck and tractor puller class.
Have that class. Yep. And those guys normally have larger turbos and 2.5 on and stuff.
But they're still kind of a street truck, but they just have the bigger.
They definitely are still sanctioned after a street truck, street driven, but they allow twin turbos, and there's a whole lot more things going on there in that street. It's kind of a fun class to watch because usually there's a lot of breakage because people make lots of power, but yet
the drivetrain is all still stock.
The drivetrains are all still stock with guys driving them there. So we're the 2.5. Class in the 3-inch class now, where the driveline rules have stepped up to allow you to build better drive lines to keep them together. It seems like in the truck world, it's everybody makes good power. It's hard to keep the stuff behind it all intact. So
yes, the motor part they got down is keeping the driveline and all that fun stuff keep going. And then of course, like you mentioned, light limited super stock, so that will be both. Alcohol and diesel, probably, I would imagine, for that class.
Yeah,
like Badger State.
That's going to be a real interesting class this year. I'm glad they did that. It was a good class before, but with allowing both those in there, it's going to shake things up a little bit. It's going to bring a lot more tractors. It's going to help Badger State out, I think, a ton, bringing more tractors in and more competition. And it's going to be interesting to see how those two shake out
Yeah,
throughout the year.
this will be kind of the first big test for that, to see the combo class come together. Elkies will be at about, I believe, 6250, and then the diesels will be at their normal weight of 6500, and of course alcohol tractors. And I believe they opened up for anyone that can actually run the 30.5s this year if they want to. It's just not the alcohol tractor, so that'll be interesting to see if any of the diesel guys do go up to the bigger tire.
The bigger tire. It will be. I think we're going to see combo winners. I think we're going to see the alcohols dominate maybe on certain tracks, and I think the diesels will still come in there and do well and win too also on certain tracks. I think it's going to really shake that class up, and I think it'll be a learning experience for them. It might take a couple of years to figure out where they need to be with rules to make it suffice so it works for the alcohol and the diesel side of it. So it'll be interesting.
Yep. And then more of the farm side, we got the Too Hot to Farm. That's at 3,000 RPMs. So that's more like you see with the Southwest Wisconsin pullers. I believe it's a new class this year for them. And Hot Farm, Super Farm combo class, as well as the Light and Limited Pro Stock combo class. That's always fun to see those two. I don't know if they're both running at 9,000 pounds during this, or if they're running at their own weight.
I think Jason sounded like they're gonna, since it's more like a test and tune. I think they're gonna run at their own weight because guys want to. They want to test what they got, and they want to see. So to have those guys run at 9,000, the 4-1 guys, it's kind of, I don't want to say it defeats the purpose, but it doesn't give them a true tale of what they worked on over the year.
Normally the light pros are 85, and then the limited pros are at 95. So
I suspect, in the way I understood Jason, they're going to run their own weight.
Just run them together, and
that'll be a fun class to watch. Hopefully we'll get a few of them down there. I'm not sure if the Remedy's going to run or not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, not for sure. I know it's still in the works. The motor's still in the works, so haven't heard anything, but I would imagine they're pushing for it. And then a 13,000 pound farm class, stock and I believe mod. It says stock semi, but I believe if you're like what Badger State runs with the pro mods, they can show up too and pull in that class.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the stock semis if they got some hitches rounded up for those guys.
Yeah,
I'm not sure on that. I'm assuming Jason's going to get them rounded up for those guys. So if you want to pull your stock semi, they got.
Because I know with PI pullers, they're more of a stock semi, and they normally bring normally brings one and they kind of rotate it around. So
you don't have to have it. I'm assuming you won't have to have a hitch built for your stock semi to be able to pull it.
Yeah, and I mean, any questions, Jason or someone will be able to find that answer for you if you want to bring your semis. So that's the rundown of that's just the polling. That will be starting at 11. Registration starts at.
We'll start the registration at 8:30.
8:30. Yep. Because we really don't know who's all going to show up. So hopefully, it's a
think
lot of vehicles, but we don't know who's going to show up.
Yeah, because it could be really big, and it could be just average size. It all depends on the weather, I think. I mean, we're all. I mean, I'm a dairy farmer, grain farmer too myself, and everybody's behind and everybody's scrambling. So
it's been a wet early spring already.
Wet spring already. So if the weather ends up being really good a few days before and right on through it, we might be a little light on some vehicles, but. Needless to say, with the Derby and stuff, I think there'll be plenty of things to see.
There's still plenty of things
to see and do. So there'll be plenty of stuff to watch.
And of course, we got then the test and tune following the poll around 2:00ish. That's what's on the schedule, I guess. I think it'll probably be a little bit later.
It'll be late. I think they're shooting.
Jason always is a little
Brent Gaffney was talking a little bit out there about it, and we're saying 5:00. Is when the poll should be over, and when the test.
Especially with this many classes, even if you just had a fair number, just
to get them through, because we're running one track. So we're shooting for the guys that are just looking to test and tune. If you guys could be there around 3:00 in the afternoon, it'd be great. Get you signed up, and then we knew out ahead what we had, and we could go from there.
I know Jason has mentioned there might be some of the national tractors that pull with either PPL or NTPA in the bigger classes, possibly, if they get all their equipment together.
Yep, he's heard from a few people. I know as a few of them, they weren't sure if they were going to get
They're on the fence, but there is a possibility. So Ed's in Lane with the Red Line Fever is a super stock diesel tractor that pulls on the NTPA circuit, possibly coming down. Which would be a huge deal. And I know he's building another tractor that's in the works as well. That's going to be trying to get out this year. So maybe both tractors could possibly be down for a test and tune. Because then he'll have his first points event at the beginning of June.
And I know we have quite a few two-wheel drivers that Timmermans and
so they'll be at probably at least, and then maybe I don't know if the Dubbies will bring over theirs at all.
I heard they were. So
I know they got some new ones. That they just
were really looking, and I think they were gonna maybe mess around in that outlaw class a little bit, and then maybe do some testing and tuning later in the day. also to get some passes on stuff.
Yeah, so there'll be another full day of pulling, which will normally end up.
It will be. I'm sure we won't be too short.
No. So all the information again can be found at hybridredneck.com. This is Jamie Lars. He pulls the Blue Smoothie Express in the limited pro diesel truck class with the Badger State tractor pullers. Talking about the upcoming truck and tractor pull May 13th at Motorsports Mayhem. So thanks, Jamie, and we'll let you back to the big meeting of the minds over there. So we'll see what else Jason has coming up. We'll talk to you later. Okay, welcome back to this Motorsports Mayhem preview. We're here with Jeremy, and plenty of raffles going on as well, besides all the excitement between the Demolition Derby, the drag racing, and the tractor pull. So if you want to give a little people inside of like the raffles that are coming up that possibly that they could win if they show up at Motorsports Mayhem.
Well, for May 13th at Motorsports Mayhem in Richland Center, Wisconsin, for the first year, we're going to give away a 75-inch TV, a 60-inch curved, and a $900 iPhone. You're going to get 30 tickets for $20, and somebody gets to take home a expensive TV.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the TV is probably well near $1,000, and if you could spend even just $1 probably, or
Correct.
is it like $1 for one ticket, or
a dollar a ticket, or
they
can buy 30 tickets for $20.
Yeah. Well, even the $20 is still a good investment for possibly winning an iPhone or a brand new TV, and of course all the money going back into the charities. So
correct. We're going to do that for this event, and then just to cue people up, we have two more TVs for dirt.
Yep.
So this is a new thing we're trying this year, and we're hoping to spike people's interest. And
so who donated the TVs? Maybe we'll just thank them for their donations.
The 75-inch TV came from James Tractor and Truck Repair out of Cobb.
Okay.
And then the 60-inch right now that we're sitting on, the curved one, came from Cheryl and Dr. Deventhal out of Richland Center here.
Local physician. So
correct, and they own the Avoca Mercantile in Avoca, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And then we have another TV that was donated by K&B Auto Body out of Muscadet. That's for dirt. And then Nuts and Bolts out of Muscadet. That's for dirt.
And then, so I'm sure Jason will be getting photos up on the website as well for people to see. When I walked into, they're sitting in his garage right now, and I'm I was thinking, he just bought a new TV. That's why I was like, first thing, because it's not surprising if he bought something new, But so really cool to see these raffles. I'm sure you'll be seeing people walking around with the raffle tickets all day throughout the whole fairgrounds.
We'll be there early. I mean, like
Yep.
And then we'll be driving around on side by sides, and then selling raffle tickets all day in the pits and in the grandstand areas, and then we're going to have some other workers, girls going up into the grandstand selling. So I encourage spend $20, support a good cause, and try to win expensive TV.
Yeah, it's a pretty good item to win if you're the lucky one to win. And this will be going into the pod. It'll be going circulating for all the charities afterwards. And I did have a question, but it escaped my mind. So just another layer of what you can expect here at the Four Seasons of Fun events. Not only are you getting a good good day of entertainment, but then, all the money going back towards charities, and of course, the possibility of winning either nice TV. And then, did you mention an iPhone for later on in the events?
I mean, it's just, we couldn't do it without everybody, the sponsors here, and I think that's what
it goes towards the local sponsorship, what they're willing to donate for this.
Correct.
For this type of events.
So they were willing to donate. The sponsors that have stepped up for Mayhem were nice enough and generous enough to donate a TV to get their name out there, and then we're just asking people that you come and enjoy yourself. It's a family event.
Oh. The question came back. So what do they have to? Are they going to be writing their name on tickets? So do they have to be present to win the drawing, or has that been decided?
We're going to. If you buy 30 tickets, they can write their name and their phone number on the back. They're going to, and then they can find us to bring them back to us after they buy them if they don't, want to fill them all out right there.
Yep.
And then you do not have to be present to win because we'll have their name and phone number.
Sure.
And if you win it, then we'll call you and we'll make arrangements for you to pick it up.
Well, is there a set time there'll be a drawing during the day, or once it gets later in the night, or are you going to wait?
I think the drawing, if I'm not mistaken, I think Jason wants to draw at either 9 or 10 o'clock Saturday night.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
we'll sell all day.
Yep, up until that point, and. So no matter what time you're going to be, if you're going to be there early, maybe just to see some of the early stuff, or if you can't get there early and going to be there later, still you'll have plenty of time to get a raffle ticket or buy as many as you want throughout the day and get into the drawing. So again, just another great idea and expansion onto the 4 seasons of fun.
We're gonna hope.
Yeah.
We're gonna hope.
Yes, we're gonna. Yes.
Yeah.
So again, I'm sure. Just look out for all the people that will be selling raffle tickets throughout the day. They'll be on side by side. So if you're just going maybe to the ATV Gregs, they'll be going across the street back and forth. So make sure to catch them, or they'll be around, frequently across the whole fairgrounds and up into the stands. So no matter which part of the fairgrounds, I'm sure you're going to see someone selling raffle tickets, and this will be a continuing thing throughout the 4 seasons of fun. Like you mentioned, there'll be, as well as Churn and Dirt coming up in July and Hybrid Redneck Rally in October. Jeremy, thanks for stopping by and talking about the raffles. This is another exciting addition to Motorsports Mayhem, and we'll be looking forward to hopefully selling as many raffle tickets as we possibly can that day. So I believe Matt Ingham will be coming in next with Wisconsin Polling Promoters, and we'll get him on in just a little while.
Jeff talk.
Okay, we're back. We have a special in-studio guest with us, Matt Ingham, who is with Wisconsin Pulling Promoters, and also a big supporter of the Four Seasons of Fun, and a big help in the registration building with the pulling. You'll probably most likely see him throughout the day, and he helps, especially getting a lot of the truck pullers to come down, especially from his neck of the woods. He's up from the Turtle Lake area, and then kind of migrated south. And
that's a nice way of putting it.
Yes.
Migrate. It's not a lot warmer down here.
Yeah. Aren't we? We're a little bit warmer.
Yeah,
we didn't get as much snow as up there.
That's very true.
The other day,
so.
But so we're back here, and we're kind of the meeting of the minds, I guess, 2 weeks out from Motorsports Mayhem.
Just show up and run in your class, and if you have any questions, I'll be in the booth, and then Jason will be there too, and we'll get you set up. But
I guess something that hasn't been talked about is, of course, the after party. We could probably mention that. Yeah, there is a little bit of an after party. Just slightly. Might be interested for those that are 21 and older.
Yes. So you pay your $10 cover charge, and then afterwards you get free beer. You really can't beat free.
No.
And then you put beer together, free and beer. I mean, that makes for one heck of that's worth the admission right there.
Yep, and then there'll be a DJ music that will be, I believe, so it'll be right next to the Jessica Dahl building.
Yeah,
so it's going to be in the pits this year.
Yep.
I know last year for Dirt, when they tried it, they actually had it across. If you're familiar with the Richland County Fairgrounds, it was in the show building, so it was kind of across the way, but this year they're going to keep it on the same side as the Pulling and Demo Derby, and so it's going to be right next to the Jessica Dahl Memorial Building, and so they might be transforming that into the kind of the area too. I guess we'll see how they decide to transform
it. It's like bringing the Star Spangled Banner back, right? We're gonna turn it into a big concert venue.
Yeah, Star Spangled Celebration.
Yeah, I heard all about it. But
yes, that was unfortunately. It's been quite a few years now.
Well, we're bringing it back, I guess.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
So, and then a nice little reminder too. Don't forget there is the shuttle service going on. So drink responsibly and don't forget to have a good time. And then come out, you get that shuttle service that'll take you to where you need to go. So, have a good time, be responsible, and let everybody know that we got you taken care of. So.
Yeah, and there is new parking this year. So on the Hybrid Redneck website, new parking location as well is just to kind of alleviate on the space that since this event just continues to grow, they're building a bridge across the river or the kind of the stream, I guess you want to call it. They're going to be parking, if you're familiar with the Richland Center area in the industrial park, it'll be right next to RC Dance and Gymnastics as that big lawn area, as well as MPC, and there will be shuttles running from there as well. So even if you have to park that far away, there'll be shuttles running all day.
And if you look on the website, the map is on there. I just recently posted it on my website, so you can see it on there as far as where you can park, how you can get across. That we're talking about that bridge now, get that set in place, but that'll be nice. As far
that bridge will actually go right into the pit area, so you'll be you'll get to walk right into the pit parking area. So you'll be right on site if you're going for the demo or the pulling action. And of course, the bounce houses for the kids. There'll be helicopter rides. Didn't mention as that those will be additional fees. And then the kids pedal pull. That's something that's been a pretty big event. So that will be, I believe, behind the grandstands once again.
Yeah.
So don't forget about the kids pedal pull. That will be beginning at 1 o'clock. That's for 12 years and under. Will be free for the kids pedal pull.
There's no adult. There's no adult entrance?
I believe they do. I think for the kids 12 and under, they just don't have to pay the additional charge.
No, I meant we can't be in it as adults.
Oh, I'd probably still lose the 12-year-olds because I think they're seasoned veterans with those pulling those pedals.
By the time you get to age 12, you know what you're doing.
Yes, so I'm sure they have it figured out, and some of those. I believe for dirt, it's normally a qualifier for the state competition.
Yep.
So we've had quite a few kids that have qualified and have done well at the state, and I do believe there is a national, but I could be wrong.
There's an international.
A
kid from my hometown went to the internationals, and he had about 1,000 trophies. So yes, that is a real thing.
Yeah. So some of these kids, they definitely get
even.
Yeah. So and then of course. There'll be a car and truck dynos as well starting at 11, so just a little bit of everything going on. I believe that's going to be kind of southeast of the grandstands. If you
the dyno's going to be right across the street.
Oh, they're going to be across the street.
Yeah, kind of the old entrance into the grass area.
That's
there,
correct.
Right in the corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the map, but
yep.
I didn't.
There's so much
Yes.
so much stuff on there. It takes you
So-
reserve some time and
Yes.
get on there and look.
There's a great map that on the website that shows you all the locations for all the events. There's going to be 8-9 events going on at once, pretty much. So you can pretty much see a little bit of everything. On top of the craft fair, brand new this year, that will be pretty much on the craft fair will be on the fairground side, pretty much from the road all the way to behind the grandstands, and then the inside. I talked to Greg Viteznik. He'll be a part of the indoor vendor space as well. So we got outdoor and indoor vendors. So there's from clothing to automobile stuff.
Yeah. And I believe most of the indoor, if not all the indoor, is already booked. So if you're still looking to book for that, you can book outdoor spaces. There's still probably, 50 spots left. So.
And of course, the swap meet will be going across the street next to the ATV and the snowmobile grass drag. So they'll be along the side there. So you'll have a swap meet and a craft fair. So a little bit of everything for everyone.
And let's not forget the food.
Yes.
The most important part. All the new food vendors. So.
Yes, we're looking forward to some new food vendors instead of
everybody kind
not that the KCs don't do a good job.
No, not at all. Yeah, everybody chimed in. They wanted more food.
Yes. So hopefully you guys will all be excited about that. So again, hybridredneck.com, all the information that you can possibly want or need, all the phone numbers if you're interested in any of the activities for the people that are in charge or the main people that will be in charge of those events will be there. And of course, you can always message us through Facebook or text Jason or whoever. Someone will definitely find an answer.
Somebody will get back to you. Yes. Absolutely.
So Matt, your show airs Wednesday nights?
This Wednesday. And believe it or not, since we're
2 courts short,
our schedule's a little off, so we're going to be doing our week 1 preview this week coming up because we got obligations the following Wednesday. So this Wednesday we're going to talk to Jason on Motorsports Mayhem. That'll be our feature event. Then we're also talking about the rest of the state, which, of course, week 1, it's only 2 pulls. Right down the street in Gays Mills is the other one. So we'll talk about both those events, and that's Wednesday night at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, sounds good. So this has been a Motorsports Mayhem preview. I'm Ryan Zolik. This has been Matt Ingham. And then, of course, we want to thank all our other guests that were on a little bit earlier. We'll be seeing you tomorrow night for Let's Grow Pulling. And I'll be back with this week in pulling or whatever we're going to call it, BSTP Weekly. We don't even know yet.
Yes.
Whatever show or whatever we want to call it.
If you got a suggestion, send it in.
I know it's between BSTP Weekly and Monday Night Polling with the Badger State Tractor Puller. So those are the 2 top contenders right now.
There, didn't you?
Yeah, I know. Yes. I mean, we're all about ideas here.
3 quarts short.
Yeah. So we want to thank all our sponsors for Motorsports Mayhem as well. Without them, and of course all our fine volunteers that show up year in and year out. Without them, we couldn't make it possible. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night, and don't forget to catch 2 Court Short with the Wisconsin Pulling Promoters on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock as well.